Good day, I'm Karen Wilson and this is Table Talk. We are in for a treat today. My guest is Mr. Brian Covert from Viola Pizza Company. We're going to talk about all things pizza and even make a little pizza maybe today with your family.
We absolutely love pizza and we love to share it.
Well, good, because we like to eat it, so we're all about that. So Brian, let's talk about the beginning of Viola Pizza. I guess I'm amazed at the idea of opening up a new business, especially a restaurant, in the little town of Viola, because you think, that's a little ways out from most of the town square of McMinnville and stuff. What gave you all the idea that it would be a success out there?
Well, we've been self-employed now for over 20 years, and so we kind of have a little bit of a business sense. So obviously we don't know everything about it, but a
lot of learning as you go.
A lot of learning as we go. But through all of our married life, my wife and I have just talked about, wouldn't it be fun to do this? Wouldn't it be fun to do that? And one of the things we kept coming back to was we love pizza. Wouldn't it be fun to have a little pizza shop, especially in a small rural area and things? And so we talked about it 15, almost 20 years. We even, when we lived other places, we'd look at certain buildings and say, hey, that'd be perfect for that, or that'd be awesome. But really about 6 years ago almost, things just really started coming together. And so we thought, okay, if we're going to do this, then now's the time. Now our opportunity is here. So we decided to do that. And we've just come to love the town of Viola.
You all live there, is that right?
We live a couple of miles outside, so we don't live in the downtown area, but my in-laws live there. And so we got to be very familiar with it, and it's got such a cute little town. So much potential there, especially with the old buildings and things. And we just settled on this place, and we thought this would be perfect here.
Well, and the townspeople in Viola are very loyal to their businesses. It seems like that they really are proud from being from Viola and really are good about supporting businesses there.
Well, fortunately, though, we don't have to rely just on Viola to support us, because there are give or take 100 people that live in the Viola area, in the downtown Viola area. So a lot of our business comes from McMinnville and Manchester, and we found that our driving radius is about an hour away. People will come from Lynchburg and Estill Springs. They'll come from Sparta, from Cookeville. They'll come from Woodbury, Smithville, up on the mountain and things. And people will drive for good pizza. And so that's what we try to deliver.
Kind of a destination restaurant,
it is,
isn't it?
And we try to make things as an experience. You can go anywhere, sit down, and have a meal. But we try to make this more of an experience. So people will come in, it's a destination. If you're driving down the street here in McMinnville, you're saying, okay, where do you want to eat? There are 10 choices right here.
Right.
But if people go out to Viola, they're coming for pizza. There's not much else out there.
Right, yes. So I guess what have you done to set yourself apart from competitors? There's lots of chain pizza options out there, but you all do things a little bit differently with your pizzas.
Well, we love pizza. We love to eat pizza. And we knew that if we were just going to be another chain or just another shop, it would be pointless to be in Viola, because people are not going to drive for just another product.
Right.
And so we try to differentiate ourselves. We make so much of our own stuff, and we provide that experience. We make our own dough. We make our own sauce. We make our own sausage even. We grate our own cheese, and we hand chop most of our own vegetables. And so we give an outstanding product, something that people can come to enjoy. Pizza is a shareable food. Not many people will just go out and get a pizza for one person. Usually there are at least 2 or 3 or 4 people that like to share a pizza. And so people can come together over this pizza. They can have an experience at the shop. We don't in Viola, the cell service is pretty poor anyway. But when they come into the shop, all the concrete, I guess, around the building, nobody has Wi-Fi in the building. And so we like it that way.
You got to talk, don't you?
Absolutely. People will come in and they'll have to have a conversation with people, with their dinner companions or people at the next table. It's not like a lot of places you go, you'll see 4 people sitting down for a meal together and everybody's on their phone doing their own thing. But this is a lot more interaction here. And we try to give, the best customer service possible. And we want people to be welcome in our shop and we want them to enjoy being there. And the atmosphere plus the product, means they'll come back.
Well, and like you said, everything is from scratch, which that's a treat and
Absolutely.
unusual from a chain place,
Absolutely.
or even a lot of little places that go into, the pizzas at the stores, which they're fine and everything, but you all are making everything from scratch.
We
which
just
is
try to take it up a notch and give people a reason to drive to Viola.
Yeah. Well, you talked about customer service. So this is truly, I guess, a family business. I see your
Absolutely.
kids in there when I go. How have you instilled a passion for the business into your children? Because they seem to really be in there working.
Well, at first they didn't have a choice, but I think that they do enjoy being there. They've learned a lot. Through all of our businesses that we've had, trying to get the kids experienced to as many different career options as possible. Whether it's through the video stuff or the pizza stuff or anything else, we try to show them that there's a world of job opportunities out there. You don't always just have to take a job, but you can create your own job too. And so when we started the shop, the boys were very instrumental in doing that. They were of the young teenagers and doing the right thing. We had a big counter, and our girls were young enough that we had bean bags underneath the counter, so they could kind of hide in there and
sit and at least be
sit
with mom and dad.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so now the girls are very instrumental in the business. Lillian has just moved back to the kitchen to be able to work in the kitchen, but she takes phone calls. She can ring everybody up. Georgia, she can ring everybody up, and she's 10 years old. She works that register just like a professional, and customer service. People love to see that, and people love to see young people that know how to work and
That's
that
a
have
great
learned
life
to work
skill.
and can
Yes.
talk to adults too.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's very important. Well, we're going to talk about, I guess, when we come back, talk to Sarah about developing new pizzas and things like that. And then you've got a lot of interesting things coming up in November and December that we're going to
Absolutely.
talk about.
Absolutely.
Again, the business is Viola Pizza. It's in Viola, Tennessee, and you can look at the hours, I guess. You guys tell me when you're open.
We're in our winter hours right now. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the days that we're open. We're open 4 to 7 right now in our winter hours. During the summertime, we will open 4 to 8, just to give people a little more time out there. But once it starts getting dark so early, people don't want to drive out to Viola. It's a beautiful drive out there, but when you can see it, when it's dark, it's a little bit harder.
Right.
But we've got a lot of neat stuff coming up here. We've got, obviously, this is November now. We just passed National Pizza Month.
Yes.
We've passed our 5-year anniversary, so we're certainly grateful for that. But looking ahead, we've got our Thanksgiving pizza as our pizza of the month, which is a pretty awesome pizza. I mean, it tastes like a leftover turkey sandwich in a pizza. It's pretty awesome, pretty awesome. We've got our Christmas lighting competition. We've done that for, I believe, all the years that we've been open, where people of the community will decorate their homes, get it all lit up for Christmas and have some neat Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
And so we were part of we started this competition, so we'll pick first, second, third places. And so when people come out to the shop, when they drive out to the shop, they can have a meal and they can just drive up and down some of those streets and see all the pretty houses.
And I'll mention too, you also have an Airbnb there in Viola.
Yes,
So if
yes.
anybody's having company come to town and they don't have a place to put them up at, what a great little place to have your guests stay.
Well, the reason that we decided to do that was in the shop there, we noticed that there were a lot of people coming in from out of town. What draws people to Viola? What draws people to Warren County? Well, we realized, okay, there's so many waterfalls out here. There's so many hiking trails, so many state parks, so much kayaking, the caverns, both sets of caverns that have all the shows in there. There is a great draw to this area. People want to be out here. And so that's when we decided to invest in this guest house. We call it Viola's Guest House. And it's done really quite well for us. It's something that people search out for unique destinations. And Viola is certainly a unique destination, but there's not a lot out there. But most of the people that stay at the guest house like to come over for pizza as well.
Yeah. Well, we congratulate you all in your efforts on revitalizing the little town of Viola.
Oh, yeah. And the mural, too. People get a lot of, like to talk about that mural.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
We had that put on about a year ago. That was a crowd-funded effort.
Yes.
Friends and family of the pizza shop. We put it out there. That's not something that we could afford to do just ourselves. So people came together. We had a $10,000 goal to be able to get that done. And we worked with a nonprofit, DMA Events out of Tullahoma, and they were instrumental in kind of coordinating everything, getting it all ready, and getting the artist secured. And so Megan Lingerfelt from Oak Ridge, she painted that just over a year ago, and it's a neat talking point. But it's also kind of cool when you're going through a little town like that. You see the city park that's so beautiful, and you see the artwork now, and the old buildings that are being transformed. I think the future is bright for Viola.
Yeah, great. Well, I'll say we're going to take a short break, but we will come back with Brian and his wife Sarah, and their two girls are here with us, and they're going to teach us about making a pizza. Up next on More Table Talk.